With everything going on in Liberty City in '08, at this time, a serial killer was the last thing that was needed. This guy even made things harder for people that coincidentally shared his full name wherever they were years down the line.
Eddie Lowe? That's me. Ain't you a serial killer?
Yeah, very funny. So what if we had the same name? You think I'd be driving a truck all day if I was a serial killer?
I thought all you truckers were serial killers.
Screw you! What the hell you do for a living?
Hey, don't be mad at me because you're a truck driver with a serial killer's name.
But again, behold, you had an Eddie Lowe roaming the streets back then that simply went unknown, but was as dangerous as they came. What he did was based on, sadly, the things he couldn't control in his past. Instead of rising up from the mental strains he went through, killing to say the least was an easier thing for that sense of control. After being able to do things in his hands, that's really all he wanted. Lowe, to say the least, was at war with the mind, which of course will show. And of course, it was no turning back on the path he embarked. It could even be understood and showed the reality of turning so dark based off the past and what you realize on that path, which is telling for Eddie.
Each with their throats cut and their hands chopped off. You realize that the creature that could do this doesn't have a soul.
The soul being gone, another outlet Eddie used was, as many know, was the internet. Early on, it's implied that the internet was just as crazy as the real world, never knowing what you can find.
Listen, man, you should try going online.
I know how to go on the line. I just haven't done it here.
Of course. Technophobe, Luddite. We gotta get you online. It's a world of opportunities.
Such as?
All kinds of things. Yesterday, I was online and I discovered a blog about women who don't like to shave. That's pretty important.
Saying and showing that to say it's of course easy for things to get lost, found, or uncovered in the crevices of the web with everything else you can find, just like in the real world outside of it. To say the least, this was how Eddie Lowe got able to be Lowe. One of the first things that seen though, logging on the web on surface, was that 3 joggers were killed in the same fashion, which started to show picking joggers were for a reason, alongside of course LC wanting to confirm a serial killer was the case. Keep in mind though, of course no one knew, and even to say the least cared. Even LCPD went to show what they were in it for, which was to say the least everything but what was really needed.
Meanwhile, a corpse has been found by the river in North Algonquin, and like a couple of other recent murder victims, the corpse has been beheaded and desecrated, prompting some cops to think the unthinkable. We may have a serial killer on the loose in Liberty City for the first time in years. Although detectives appealed for calm and said nothing is clear yet, they are requesting joggers and late-night walkers to be especially careful.
To the outside, again, all that was known was that murders were happening.
Another decapitated and mutilated body turned up last night, this time of a 32-year-old jogger in Alderney. Police confirm we have a serial killer on the loose in the city. He still doesn't have a nickname, although police and the news media are working together to try a few out for size. The Keep Fit killer and the headhunter currently top the bill. We will keep you posted on this nightmare in our city.
More news on the serial killer.
The city is in panic as the serial killer that has been tormenting the metropolitan area seems to have struck again. This time a man out walking late at night in Dukes had his limbs stolen, but his head left on, making the ongoing task of giving this killer a nickname even harder.
An update on the serial killer terrorizing the city. Police seem to think he struck again. The reason? A body turned up with a note attached to the now headless neck saying, "I've struck again." Police aren't drawing any conclusions and are still looking for major clues.
So much time had passed, which people of course being found in the meantime, Nico would already be in New Alderney, to when of course telling things would start and show running into Eddie Lowe, making it ironic that the two people running into each other to have the same battle, but it being a disconnect still.
Hey there, pal. Hey. Hey.
Hey, what are you doing out here so late?
What's it to you?
Nothing. Just trying to make conversation. Just trying to keep the loneliness at bay. You know.
Whatever you say.
Hey, you're not from around here, are you?
No, I'm from Florida.
You're funny. You're a real joker. I knew a joker once. Lovely guy. Came to a rather unfortunate end, though.
But I suppose we all do. In the end. Okay.
At first, the only thing that's shown as we see was the fact of him being simply weird, although Eddie was trying to be friendly, but not being able to hide his complications. He would continue to show weird, bringing up an ideology on life, but pay attention to what he takes from this weird point he's about to say.
Wait, mister. Do you ever wonder if animals, they masturbate?
Okay, listen, friend, you're really creeping me out.
No, it's a silly question. I know, silly question. It's just I was wondering because maybe that's what makes us different from the animals. I mean, masturbating.
The thing with the animals, of course, is something not to pay mind with this comparison on a surface level, but going a little deeper. This was basically him looking at himself and humanity to be different, trying to find reason for his own ways. As much as I feel it can be alike, what he's about to say is telling alone and confirms.
Because it turns out we don't have souls, and animals use tools and all that kind of thing, so maybe it's the masturbating.
Thinking humans didn't have souls, again, went back to when you see and do, realizing the war you fight, regardless if it was a Nico type of war or a mental battle. Eddie and Nico understood this. But again, trying to tie all humans to be soulless, being of course how he was treated coming up, with all that animal stuff, all that was Eddie implying that he felt, of course, he was a soulless animal, which of course would be something to, of course, try to avoid.
Maybe that's God's real gift to us. Okay, I'd really like to get back to planet Earth, so maybe I'll see. No way!
Eddie, though, at this point, as many know, was just trying to get rid, to say the least.
Wait a minute, mister, I'm sorry, I'm strange, I'm a weird guy, I know.
Which is why he even went to call himself weird, although of course he didn't feel that, but was aware that's what people thought about him, saying that to say he was just trying to keep his cool to continue his wrath, but this would be noted.
Hey, do you have a car? Can you get one?
Why?
Because I have this rather heavy bag and I really need a lift. I can pay you.
Okay.
Thanks.
I'm Eddie, by the way. Eddie Lowe. Yes, fine. Come on. Hey, friend, this bag is awful heavy. You mind taking us down to the docks?
Now we're going to the Alderney ferry terminal. Alot, of course, will continue to reveal. Nico was trying to give Eddie the benefit of the doubt of what's in his bag, of course, with his own ways. But the fact that even mustering, thinking Eddie would be joking, he would be brought back to times he had to endure and not being taken seriously, and how it affected him being at this point.
You got the ship to catch. You going somewhere?
I'm not going anywhere. My friends are, though. They're heading off.
That's a funny joke.
Joke? Joke? Eddie never jokes. Eddie needs to be taken seriously. They laughed at him once, but you can't laugh without a tongue. You can't point if you haven't got fingers, can you? That's what Daddy told me. Late at night, in my room.
Easy there, buddy.
Even bringing up what his father told him, being on the victim's side, wrong or not, again, this shows he actually took that thinking it was right. He would then bring up the fact he feels humans were evil, after only though still trying to do the only thing that made him react to his idea of doing what he got used to. Being his past examples made him come to that.
You're funny. Everything sleeps. Even sharks sleep. But they swim when they sleep. Hey, have you ever wondered what it would be like to be eaten by a shark?
No.
Do you think that a shark's mouth smells of fish when it opens up to eat you? Do you think that sharks are evil?
I think the humans are the only evil things on this planet.
I agree. You're clever. Apart from squirrels, they're evil. They squirm a lot when they die.
And again, him agreeing with Nico was him looking for reasons for his actions, but both able to agree, but for different reasons. This will make Eddie think he had a friend, though.
We're friends, aren't we? We can talk to one another, share things.
Spill your guts.
Ew, I don't like doing that. It's smelly.
I'm kidding.
This alone would continue to show his outlook on life, still showing something to be wrong.
Isn't the world strange and nasty? I mean, a girl looks at you, but it turns out she doesn't love you at all. It turns out she's a whore.
Eddie, though, would then speak on what he doesn't accept. But this would still show, of course, he felt he didn't even need help, seeing normal, but not feeling the idea of that even being a thing.
You're kind of a strange guy, Eddie. Have you ever considered psychotherapy? You've got issues.
My only issue is I don't accept the world's bullshit. Wait here for me, friend. Special friend. I'm just dropping the kids off. Glad I got rid of that. Wouldn't want to get caught with it. People can be so narrow-minded. Can you take me to Westminster?
Leaving a drop-off point, he even takes Nico's words to be encouraging for his next move.
I like Westminster. Lots of nice boys there. It's one of my hunting grounds.
Whatever gets you off, friend.
Yeah.
I like boys. I like girls, too. Both are fun in different ways. The same ways as well. I mean, we're all the same under those layers of hair and skin and fat. Everyone's got the same rotten livers and black hearts underneath it all.
Sure. You should visit planet Earth sometime.
Then trying to, of course, feel Nico out, he hits where he's from on the nail. This alone would show, of course, he was smart, but when he wanted to. But back to the past, it was the things that he couldn't do what he was worried about.
Where are you from, pal of mine? What's your accent? Are you from East Europe? Romania? Bulgaria? Balkans?
Hey, you're a smart guy.
Eddie's smart. Eddie's real smart. They always told him that. Eddie, you're smart. Why don't you play with the other kids? Don't touch him like that, Eddie. Stop it, Eddie. Stop it.
Yeah, stop it, Eddie, please.
Your accent's funny. You know that you can hear accents when people scream? I can tell what borough people are from just by hearing them scream. I've heard enough Alderney accents tonight. Oh, God! Oh, God! I want to hear some nice, rounded Algonquin voices. Please stop! Please stop it! Do you see that?
And him even saying this started to even show signs of him being schizophrenic, showing why he went in and out of aggression while trying to be friendly.
You're making me a little uncomfortable, Eddie. I hope you're joking.
I'm sorry, pal. Of course I'm joking. Do you think that I'm weird? Please. I'm just a no bullshit kind of guy.
Then going to do the norm he felt people would respond to, he would still make it clear of not wanting to simply abide.
So what's your name and what do you do?
Huh? Those are normal questions.
Nico Bellic, and I do what I can to survive, to get by.
That's cryptic. Things must be difficult for you. Do you hurt other people, Nico?
If they get in my way.
I wouldn't want to get in your way, Nico. I wouldn't want you to get in mine either. Oh, we're good friends now, uh-huh. Special friends.
You know, I already have a lot of friends.
I thought you didn't let people get close to you. You have to let down your barriers. Let Eddie inside.
Don't push me away, Nico. Eddie doesn't like it when people push him away. Eddie pushes back.
I push back too.
If I didn't know better, Nico, I would think that that was a pickup line. I push, you push back. Beast with two backs. Number of the beast. Man and beast. Do you want to come out to Hercules with me?
I'm not like that, friend.
What are you like, pal? Eddie is into most things. Would you let Eddie tie you up? Tie you up and have some fun with you? Have you ever lost control? Have you ever let someone else take charge of you? It could be a wild ride.
This ride is wild enough for me. So, can you stop with that weird shit, pal? Now?
You are cold. You really don't like other people, do you? You don't like to play.
The introduction to Eddie Lowe showed his battle with living in the world while trying to have control over it, although he wasn't even mentally there to control himself. Dropping him off where specifically is even telling, which was right across the street from a precinct, showing a lot of things simply didn't even faze him.
Here we are. Eddie's off the hunt for a nice boy. Thank you, Nico. Thank you, friend. I'll see you later, man-eater.
A little later down the line, the sports bag he had would be found, of course with no trace of who even did it.
Weasel News.
Liberty City remains under siege as another body was found, this time at the Liberty Ferry Terminal in Alderney City. A decapitated jogger who was getting fit in the wrong place at the wrong time. Detective John Atkinson has been working the case.
Oh, thank God, he did it again. I was beginning to lose my media profile. We'll be making an arrest soon. How's my hair look?
But things would turn once Nico continued to be told about the internet. Like I mentioned earlier, the internet was a lot in itself. But dating a blogger, and that all being what she talked about, most of the times you hear about a website that's encouraged to visit.
Oh, I write a thread called Liberated Woman on blogsnob.org. I was going through the stuff on www.blogsnob.org.
I had to expose my deepest thoughts to the public.
Have you been reading my blog? It was really funny this week.
Yes, it was hysterical.
Finally going to this site, we see no other than Eddie Lowe's blog, telling things would show after even being seen calling himself a filth slayer. It's then revealed he lived in Dukes. Keep in mind where him and Nico even met. But his first post, he speaks on wanting to speak to the world, showing a part of him wanting to be famous, or to say the least, seen and heard really. And as far as being on the internet, it filled a void he didn't have outside of it. Him going to say he started to feel a part of something. Being in and out of reality would continue to show as well. He spoke on his aspirations growing up, wanting to be a sailor, but instead he was sent to a mental asylum for help. But not accepting wanting help, all this was more confirmation of when it was time to live on his own. At this point, he wasn't even aware of everything he did. It's even implied he killed his mother, but thinking he was too smart to. But at times, he knew he needed to control himself. Not checking himself though, of course, would just make things worse. He would then bring up why joggers were the target. Nothing else but thinking people that jogged were narcissistic, but most importantly, going to say he was tired. Even surface level tired would show too, showing again the war, what he made into payback. It's a lot more, but he would mention how he started a My Room account. Going there, more would continue to show, of course. Things were bad enough for him mentally, but even his drug of choice wouldn't of course help the mind. His mind frame of knowing his arrest being wanted would be more fuel as well. All of the things he typed, whether on blogs, snobs, or My Room, was him trying to find understanding with his life. From him and his mother and father's twisted relationship to literally everything else. That alone was what drove him into a point of no return. A lot of times he was aware of his actions, if anything were a cry out for help than actually feeling good about his doings. But people seemed to cry out, but again, it would show no one gave a f. This alone would continue to confirm things for Eddie though, looking at people as filth, giving him the comfort to call himself the filth slayer. Seeing a friend in his mind gave him happiness, as we're going to see, but as many know, not for long at all.
Hey there, pal. Hey.
Hey,
Nico, the Falcon sociopath.
Eddie Lowe, the animal masturbator.
You and your wicked sense of humor. You're quite naughty. Quite naughty. Whatever.
Even not taking Nico's words at this point to be disrespectful was for the fact alone him being naughty was what he was always told about himself, thinking they bonded over being naughty. But now trying to pit his likes into things though only would continue to show wanting a connection. But again, this would only make Eddie simply be alone after not being able to of course control himself.
Quite naughty. Do you like to get spanked? Like that? Excuse me?
No, nothing silly. I'm just being silly. Silly little Billy, that's me. I like it though. I like to get spanked.
Fuck off. You're creeping me out.
No, I don't want to make you angry, Nico. I don't want to be creepy. It's just my way.
Well, your way is not cool.
Not cool?
And here being told that his ways weren't cool was the point Eddie realized Nico wasn't who he thought, leading a trigger to happen. As we're going to see, he was talking to Nico, but it was bigger than him, which is why he's about to speak through him, after of course this being a thing that happens too often, thinking he shared something.
You say Eddie's not cool? I don't fit in with the in crowd? Well, Mrs. Smith, Eddie's taken your star son, your prized little quarterback, and fucked him in the ass, and then tied him up, strangled him into knots. And your daughter? Your pretty little daughter, Mrs. Abrahams? Eddie's ripped out her intestines just to see if he could feel anything. And you know what? He couldn't. Yeah, he couldn't. You should get laid or something.
Nico telling Eddie this, of course, would show people, of course, simply didn't get it. But this alone would turn into a now that you mentioned it moment. Keeping in mind, self-control and control no longer existing for Eddie, and the rest is history.
I just did a little jogger down by the water.
But you know what, handsome? I got a hunger tonight that can't be sated! Come here!
Eddie Lowe, to say the least, was failed. His parents failed him, doing him any kind of way, leading him into thinking that was the way, in his nature. The system, of course, failed him, being in and out of mental institutions just to be let back out. All this really did was make him hate people while laying low to not end back up in these places, knowing how to avoid it. Not to mention the system in his adult years was just trying to capitalize on his pain for their benefit. So while when he tried to do the same, it was just plain heartless serial killer, which can be true, don't get it twisted, but you can't say it's all his fault as far as being molded this way, let alone written to be this way. And the fact of Eddie himself not wanting help, making his mind up a long time ago, it was over. But at the end of the day, he just needed help. And the fact of his death, in a twisted way, was that, being so far gone.
The unnamed serial killer who has plagued Liberty City for months and baffled the police department's nickname division has been found dead, himself seemingly the victim of a murder.
The man, who was found with several journals confessing to his crimes, appears to have targeted the wrong victim and been killed in a fight. The killer's name was Eddie Lowe. Police are searching his apartment in a quiet Duke suburb for more information. Residents were angry.
It's always the same thing when they catch a mass murderer. He was real quiet, they say. I say we start shooting quiet people and we won't have this problem.
His cry out may have not been heard when it actually needed to, although every time a body was found was that war he was fighting. Leave it up to them, he's just a monster that got what he gave out.